Well, hello everybody. Welcome again to another exciting episode of Network Admin Life. And as promised, I was going to talk a little bit more about one of my absolute favorite tools in my tool bag, and that's this Link Runner AT 2000 by NetScout. Um, I use this thing all the time, and so does my help desk staff. It's just a great little tool for telling helping you document your network and telling you what you got going on. So let me turn this thing on. Goes through a little self test, and you'll see there's four different things you can test in here. You can test switches. You can do a cable test. Actually, there's only three. Um, and you can do an auto test, which will test all kinds of different things, which is a great basic network connectivity test. So let me just go through and show you what it was. So I've got a switch set up here in my glamorous network storage room. So I just powered up a switch and plugged the cable into it. So let's say I've got a network port out here. Here, I'll use this as an example. Here, I've got a network port plugged into the wall. And I have no idea where that network port goes. So I'll take just any old little network cable and I'll plug into that port in the wall. Unlabeled port. Where does it go? Who can say? Well, this thing can say. So you plug into the your old LRAT 2000, your link runner, and that's not a good test because that's a crossover. So let me get rid of that. So we're going to pretend we've taken this cable and it's plugged into the wall. We don't know where it goes. So you plug into the cable, you see the lights start flashing. So you know it's a live cable. You know it's a live port. So what I do is I'll just put it on the switch setting here and I'll just hit select to do a test. And as you can see, it'll come up with several bits of useful information. At the top, it'll tell you what the name of the switch is, if it can determine that, if LLDP is enabled on that port and you're advertising the system name. It'll give you the model of the switch if LLDP is advertising that. It will give you the IP address, and then it'll give you the port that it sees. So in my case, we've got switch 66. It's an Extreme Networks Summit Stack switch. It's at 10.140.18.66. Don't even try to get there. It's a phony address. And it's on port GE2.17. So now I could telnet or SSH to that port, to that switch, go to that port, and make whatever changes I wanted. It's also telling me that it's on VLAN 140, so that's always really useful to know. That's the primary reason I loan this out to my techs, is so they can go out and determine if something's on the right VLAN. They're saying, well, I plugged this printer in and I can't ping it. Well, is it on the right VLAN? I don't know. So I'll give this to them. They'll go out there, plug it in, and I'll have them take a picture of this screen and email it to me. And if it's not the right VLAN, I can change it right then and there, and they're on their way. It also does a little cable test there to tell you if the cable pairs are correct. If it sees a PoE on the cable, it'll tell you that and what the PoE capabilities are, 25 watts in this case. A little lightning bolt to show PoE is enabled there. It's also got another little soft key here. It says flash port. Let's see if I can demonstrate that. Yeah, so we're going to have to walk over here because I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Sorry for the hand. So I'm going to come over here and show you this switch port here. Can we see it? Maybe up here. So you'll see that that light is flashing off and on. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. Hopefully you saw that. I can't tell if you saw it or not. So that just helps you determine if you're trying to locate a port. You can use this for that. So get back out of there. Let's see, what else is this thing good for? So that's about all the switch functions that you're going to get out of the switch test machine. Let's see. Let's back out. It also has a cable test. So I generally don't do a cable test if I see that the lights are flashing, because I know there's a switch at the other end, and then it'll come back and tell you there's a switch at the other end, and it won't give you any information. So what I will do is disconnect this, and I will go back and I'll run the cable test again. So this is good just to find out if you got any open pairs or, you know, whatever. So you see it's tested, all the pairs test good. It tells you the cable length, so it's got a reflectometer in there. It's also got this little feature down here called tone, which you can use with this. So let's say you got a cable and you just can't find it. They wanted you to patch in a network cable to a wall jack out there. They give you the jack number. You go back to the network closet looking for that jack number and you can't find it. Never happens, right? Happens to me all the time. So what we'll do is we'll press this soft key here to enable the tone. It's got several different settings. Since I have this comes with the kit. I have this Foxhound capability here. This is the Hound. I'm just going to tell it go ahead and start the test. Okay, it's running. Now I will turn this on. It's really just a wheel you rotate. Put it there. So we can hear that. That's it. This end. So now let's go way out to our network closet and we're trying to find it. We go across all the cables until finally we hear that. We found the network jack. Yes, sir, you are nice and loud. It does have a volume adjustment on the side. So that's another, and when you're done, you got to remember to stop test or it'll keep honking at you all day long. So we'll finish that. The auto test is something, unfortunately, I am unable to demonstrate to you because I don't have a network connection in here. But if I did, and I pressed this button, it would do all kinds of different things. It would tell me the switch in the port, which it's going to be able to do. It would tell me that I'm, 1000. It would tell me the speed and duplex. It would tell me, I don't know if you can see that there, it would tell me if I got a DHCP address. And then it would try to ping several targets that I've set up. So I've set up Google, and then Microsoft, and what are the other ones? I'm trying to read it here, sorry. Our county website and a website at a vendor. So if somebody says, hey, the internet's not working, which is what they always say here, the internet's not working, they usually just mean they're having trouble getting to something. I can give it to the tech, take it out there, and as long as, oops, I don't want to do that. As long as I get green check boxes in all these fields, 1, 2, 3, 4, then we're good. And any test that it doesn't fail, or any test that doesn't fail, any test that it doesn't pass, we'll get a red X. So then we can just troubleshoot from there. So yeah, this is a great little device. The tools menu is basically just for setting up this device here. You can give it, you can set a MAC address on it if you want. You can set up the auto test configuration, which is what the auto test is what I just showed you. That's where you can add different devices to test. Tell it what it should and shouldn't test. PoE configuration. Yeah, all kinds of, you can update the firmware from here. So yeah, all kinds of different things. If you don't speak English, you can choose a different language here. So yeah. Oh, and one other handy little thing is it can do a cable map too. So it comes with like 8 of these little plug things. So you can plug this into your patch panel or the other end of the cable, and it'll come back and tell you, yeah, you got one of these. Let's see if it works. Let's just see. I don't think it's going to work with this wraparound plug, but we'll find out. So I'm going to plug this in here, and I'm going to go over here to the cable test, which you can't see, and we're going to see what it does. So there you go. We've plugged this end into, say, the patch panel, and we're testing a cable that goes out to the patch panel, and it is telling us that yes, indeed, I see terminator plug 1. So it has a kind of a wire mapping capability in it as well. So yeah, it's a handy little device, and you can see pins 1 and 8 have a break in it. They are disconnected, and the break is at 15.6 feet, which is the end of this cable. So, but if it sensed a break anywhere in the cable, it would tell you right here how far in the break is. So if all the if like, you know, most of the pairs go through and you have one pair that's not working, it'll tell you approximately how far in that it sees that break in the pair. So anyway, that's kind of a half-baked review of this Link Runner AT2000. They're not incredibly cheap, but they're not that expensive either. So it's definitely something that would help. I know at least one other network administrator that I talk to frequently, that after I described this to him, he eventually bought one and absolutely loves it. So this is not a testimonial or anything for Link Runner. Well, it kind of is, but they aren't paying me for it. But NetScout has made an absolutely fantastic product here. They've got some newer products that I've put in for next year's budget, so we'll just have to see if I get those. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you found that informative or entertaining or whatever. And yeah, take care of your network, and we'll catch you guys all next time. Boop.